It seems as though there needs to be a constant reminder, especially to those of us who are really focused on a hobby, that not everybody shares the same knowledge as us. Not everybody knows what we know. Not everybody has tried everything we've tried. Not everybody is going to be as knowledgeable about this topic as we are because we are really big weirdos. We really like audio. Not everybody knows everything that we know. And instead of assuming everybody should know what we know and get angry and combative and rude because somebody is ill-informed, uninformed, uneducated on the topic, instead of doing that, be helpful. Be nice about it. Approach it in a more productive way. Because if you just attack somebody, if you are rude to them out of the gate, it's going to turn them off from the hobby as a whole, and they are not going to want to engage with audio at all. They will say, wow, these audio people really suck. They're kind of big dickheads, and I don't want anything to do with them, so I am going to avoid that community like the plague. And that will lead to them not wanting to learn how to properly use the microphone and just move on with their life and continue to use the microphone incorrectly. I have adopted 2 different methods to deal with this because when I occasionally will go into streams, I will see people using the microphone incorrectly. I will have people send me links to streams where people are using the microphone incorrectly. And the first approach for me is just not saying anything because I don't necessarily think that it's always the best decision to publicly inform somebody because that may be embarrassing for them. But also, I'm not always comfortable offering unsolicited advice. If somebody is not asking for advice, maybe it's not my place to say anything, and I am not going to say something. But in a situation where I feel comfortable enough to speak up and provide unsolicited advice, I will typically do it in a somewhat self-deprecating way. I will say, I hate to be that guy, but my brain was so itchy, and I think that you may be using the microphone incorrectly. It looks like you're using this microphone, and that should be a side address microphone, yet you're talking into the end of it. Adjusting it this way would offer a much better sound, but I may be crazy. Correct me if I'm wrong. I do something like that. Typically, I'm not long-winded like that, but that is how I would approach it. Either I would just leave it alone because I don't feel comfortable offering unsolicited advice, or I will be self-deprecating in it, pointing out that I'm being kind of crazy and obnoxious and annoying, especially if nobody else in their chat is mentioning anything. Yeah, I'll point out that I'm being the weirdo. I'm a weirdo and I can't handle it. Help me. Make my brain stop itching. Use your microphone correctly. That's how I would do it.